Hi and welcome to TradingBot solution. In this video I want to talk about our TradingView bot, and I will show you how you can use different strategies to automate your trading using our bot. So we are focusing on crypto trading, and we started to develop the bot for TradingView. So it's a TradingView bot that will allow you to automate your trading with every indicator that you find on TradingView, if the indicator on TradingView is able to fire an alert. So if you didn't sign up till now, please go ahead and visit tradingbotsolutions.com. Press on any of the green buttons and you will be able to sign up 100% for free. And with your free trading bot you can paper trade. So you can virtually trade, you don't have to use any real money. As soon as you see that your strategy is working, it's very easy to switch from a paper trading strategy to a real trading strategy. So let's open up TradingView and I will show you how everything will work. First of all, we're gonna check out the back end of our interface of our TradingView bot. So here basically, if you log in, you come to the dashboard. You have an option to register for our next webinar. I can strongly suggest that because we will always publish our new releases and our new features in our webinars. You can create a new bot. We will do that in a minute. You can visit the help center or you can chat with somebody from our team. This is the main things that you can do in the dashboard. Then of course you can set up new bots and so on the left side, see all the incoming signals, see the statistics. This is a brand new account that I set up for training purposes. If you register new, I would recommend that you go to the settings on the top right and then you set up here your time zone. If you don't have the matching time zone, if you don't have the right time zone in your TradingBot Solutions account as you would have in your exchange, then your numbers will be off. It's not that the numbers will be off, but it's much easier to see if, for example, an alert here, if I watch here, the alert came in at 11:31. If you have the same time zone or the same time in TradingView, in our trading bot and on your exchange, then it's very easy for you to follow up with the trades and see what's really going on. So you can change your time zone here. You can see we have all the time zones in there. And we made it very easy for you. So for example, if you are in the US, you have all the US time zones. If you're in Europe, you have all the European time zones. Wherever you are, you find your time zones very easily. Let's go back up here. In this account, you see we already give you the virtual bot. So you have got a virtual Binance bot, a virtual BitMEX bot, a virtual BitMEX testnet bot, a virtual Bittrex bot, a virtual Coinbase bot, and a virtual Poloniex bot. This will give you the opportunity to paper trade on all the exchanges. You don't have to set up anything. In this account, I already set up a long and a short testnet account for BitMEX, so I can demonstrate how actually trades get placed on BitMEX on the testnet and how it's gonna get filled, how the leverage trading works and so on. So like I mentioned, we developed the bot mainly for TradingView. We will have very soon options to connect other signal providers and we provide our own signals to you very soon. In the moment, TradingView is our main signal source, and we decided to do that because you are able to put whatever indicator on TradingView and send an alert to our bot, and we will automatically trade this signal for you and also make sure your stop losses are set properly. We can leverage trade on BitMEX and Poloniex. Also on the testnet, we can simulate the leverage trading. And let's start. I want to show you 5 indicators that we can apply on the chart basically. So let's go ahead. If I go on any chart, in this case I picked XBT, the XBT chart, which is the chart for BitMEX trading Bitcoin and US dollars. And the first indicator I want to show you is a TD indicator, so the tone the mark indicator, and we are able to apply this indicator very simply to our TradingView charts. Of course, it's important to pick the right chart and the right time frame, and after you have done this, and of course the right exchange, after you've done this, you apply your indicator, and from that time on, you will be able for most of the indicators to set up an alert. In the case of the TD indicator, I will not show that in very detail. There's other videos on that we made already. I can link them below that video. So in the case of the TD indicator, I will simply say I will run 2 strategies. This is why I set up a long BitMEX and a short BitMEX test account. So we will be able to send basically trading alerts, a buy and a sell signal out of our TradingView account, and we will be able to sell on one account. So one account we use for shorting the asset and one account we use to trade long. BitMEX and all the other exchanges will not allow you to trade short and long on the same exchange. So if you trade short and long, or if you try to trade short and long on the same exchange, you will just minimize your trade that is already put on. So to really take advantage of long and short trading, using a TradingView trading bot and the TradingView signals, we recommend to set up 2 accounts. Doesn't matter if it's testnet accounts or real BitMEX accounts where you can trade long or short. You can also long and short trade on Poloniex. And we even support leverage trading up to 100%, depending on the exchange, of course. So if I go back to the XBT chart, you can clearly see I get the numbers because I have the TD indicator. And the strategy we do in this case, we want to buy. So the first strategy we set up is a short trading strategy. So I want to buy on a red 2 and I want to sell on a red 8. The way to do that is very easy. I add an alert here. I make sure I have got the right indicator here in the pull down. So it's the TD indicator. It's called TE in this case. And then I go ahead and say, okay, the red 2 is basically the setup 2 here. You have to know that, of course, for every indicator. This indicator is quite complicated to set up. So I have a red 2 and I make it here greater than, and then I set the value to 0. So all the time the red 2 will be closed in this case, because I will also click this option here once per bar close. Then the signal will actually get sent to my bot. You also have to make sure that send email to SMS is clicked here or active here, and that you did put in our email address into the settings, into the send email to SMS settings that you will find in your TradingView profile. In this case, I will not set up a new bot. I will open one of my test bots and show to you what you need to do now. So after setting up the trading bot, like I said, I will link this video below where I did all the setup of the bot. And here you will also find the email address again. So you need to send it at signals.tbs@gmail.com. All your signals will come in there, and then we will also make sure the signals come to your bot. So if you want to now open a long trade. In this case, we want to open a short trade. That's why I'm going back to the short bot. So now I want to open a short trade. So I simply copy this line out here and it says open short. I go back to my TradingView indicator alert. I just copy that in here and I press on create. This is all I need to do. From this time on, whenever red 2 gets actually completed, so if the bar closes on a red 2, the alert will get triggered and the alert will arrive in our signals section. Let's see, I'm not sure if we have any signals here. Yeah, we have 3 signals here. And all the signals here have been actually skipped. And this is because we didn't have any open trades. But here in the signal section, you see that actually the alerts are coming in here. And this is a very long time frame. It's a 4-hour time frame. You can use any indicator on any time frame. So our bot is not limiting anything. Whatever you can send from TradingView, we can trade. And it's very exciting because we can also trade the crypto chart, the scanner from TradingView. But let's focus in this video on the regular indicators. So what you can do now, I set up basically now the short buying signal, and I would just do the same here. I just show it to you very fast. TD indicator, I would say I want to sell on a red 8, which is set up 8 here. I would say greater than, I would say 0, the value I just put to 0 once per bar close, and then just create it. I'm not going to do that now. And to create it, to sell it, I would just go to the bot again, click on my short bot, and then I would just copy out the second line that you find below the bot, and the second line will make sure it's closing the bot. And you basically can use as many indicators or as many signals or alerts as you want. So you could set up a combined strategy where you say, okay, if it goes down, so for example, you buy on a green 2, and you could say, okay, if it gets to a 5, I want to buy again. So you just put on a 5 another buying signal, and so on. So you can combine that very good, especially in the case of an RSI signal or something like that. It's very easy to add to your position or to stop out something, or to do some steps in between. So I will show it to you in a second. So this is all you have to do. What we set up now, we set up a short trade which will buy short at the red 2 and sell at the red 8. This would have been quite profitable. Here, as you see, this is all you need to do. So you set up in TradingView, you set up a TradingView indicator, put an indicator on the chart, and if you don't know, you can just go ahead here, and there's a lot of indicators that are free. This is why we have been picking TradingView first. So these indicators all are free here. There's the public library, and it's a huge library. And also if you search in the internet, you will find a lot of indicators that you can apply. So all of them are free, or most of them are free. You can put it on your chart, you can send alerts, and you can trade everything. The second thing which is nice about our indicator, our TradingView bot, is that you basically can go ahead. Now we set up the short strategy, but why don't you just also make sure you're getting profits if you trade long? So in this case, we made some money here because we bought on a red 2, we sold on a red 8, but then we just say to our bot now, let's go to the long strategy. I just click on my long bot, so I go to my trading bots again, click on the long strategy, and what I do now is I simply copy out the long strategy here, and I go back in here and say, okay, now I also want to buy if it is a green 2. So that was the wrong indicator, on this indicator here. So this is the green 2. I just pick the green 2. I also say greater than. I say value 0. I say once per bar close. You could also say once per bar or once per minute, whatever you want. You can combine it and then just create it here. And then you could say, okay, I bought it on a green 2, the long trade, and I go back and I copy out here the closing signal. I go back, I put the closing signal now on the green 8, which is also very easy to do. You go ahead, put it on the green 8, say greater than, you say again here the value 0, once per bar close, copy in the selling signal and also create it. Additional thing that we do is we also use different indicators, so you can even combine different indicators on TradingView to send alerts. So I also use the this other TD indicator and say, okay, if there is a color flip, I also do the same here, greater than, value 0, and then I do once per bar. So as soon a color flip appears, and the color flip is this axis. If it was like a green 2, so if we bought here and there will be a color flip, it immediately sells. And then I would also copy in the selling signal here. So this protects me basically, which means that if the color flips before it's getting an 8, then it sells. So like in this case, where would it be useful? Here in this case. So let's say we wanted to do a short trade. So we bought on a red 2. We bought here. But then there was a red 3 and then there was a color flip. So we sold here. Depending of course what the strategy is, you have a stop loss or whatever. But we prefer sometimes to not have a stop loss, but like have a security thing like that, where it will actually stop us out, or if there's a color flip, we will be out of the trade. It really depends on the strategy. Don't forget, you can also leverage trade using our TradingViewBot, so this is really great. Let's go to a different strategy now. This is a Fibonacci line strategy, which works really great. So what is going on here? This is like the middle line, so this is 0. So what I can do now is I could say, if the line crosses here, for example, add an alert to the Fibonacci level. Crossing down 6 would be here, crossing up 6 is here. So if I would say here, crossing up 6 up, I could buy. You see, 6 down, I could sell, right? So what I could do now is, this is the 6 up, this is the middle line, 1 down, 2 down, 3 down, 6 down, whatever. And this is the 6 up. So if I would say I want to like open a short trade if it's going up through that line, I can just say Fibonacci level 6 up, which is this one, and I could say crossing down. So if it goes up here and then starts to cross down, you could open a short trade. So you would just go ahead and copy your short in here. So you would set up a new trading bot for TradingView, a new TradingView bot, and then it will start to sell here. Then you could say, okay, if it reaches, for example, a Fibonacci line of 4 up, you want to buy some more. And the other thing is, of course, you can say if it's reaching 6 down, which is here, you sell your short trade. And then you could say in the same level, so you could sell your short trade at the 6 down, and you could immediately buy your long trade at the 6 down and sell your long trade at the 6 up. So you can combine these two signals. You basically set up 2 alerts. One alert will open a short trade and also close a long trade. This is very easy to do. You would just go ahead and use a comma to do that. Let me show it to you. So now I would like open a long trade. This is the other way around, doesn't matter. So the long trade I would of course open here on a 6 down, right? And I would just make a comma here. And also I want to, let's duplicate this window. And also I want to, let me see, what was that? That was the long bot. I open up the short bot. So we opened a long position now and we want to close the short position in the same alert box. We can do that. That's not a problem. So there is a comma and just copy in the closing short position. So I've got the opening long and the closing short position now in one alert, and it will close my short position, open my long position. Just create that. Then I go ahead and do the same here. Let me pause that, or let me delete it already. You shouldn't delete it, of course, but I don't want to mess up all my alerts. So in this case, you would just go ahead, also Fibonacci level, then 6 up. You would say go back to your alerts. For the long, it would mean that you want to close the long, of course. If it goes up to the 6 up, you want to close your long. But for the short, that means you want to open up the short trade. So it's very easy in this case. You go ahead and you want to open up the short trade. So you must just make a comma here like I did, copy it in, and you can use like 50 or 100 alerts in one alert box. You just create it. I'm not going to do that. And then you TradingViewBot using, in this case, the Fibonacci levels is set up, ready to run. 3 more indicators I want to show you using our TradingViewBot. This is a funny indicator. I really like this one. This basically looks at the shape of the candles, and you could say if the candle has got a bullish harami, if it's a bullish harami candle, you can buy. If it's a bearish harami candle, you can sell. Same here, bullish harami candle, sell, bearish harami candles, buy. So let's see how that did. Bullish harami candle, you can also say, okay, you want to buy it on a bearish harami and sell it on a bullish engulfing, for example. It's very easy to do that. So again, you go to TradingView, you use our TradingViewBot to trade, and you set up a new TradingViewBot, and you basically go ahead, apply the indicator to the chart, and then go ahead, click on your chart after it's applied, add the alert, pick the right chart. So this is called candle. I think this is one of our own charts that we made, so you can shoot me an email or send it to the support. We are happy to share this indicator with you. So you could say, okay, if it's a bullish harami, for example, you put in your buying signal here. If it's a bearish harami, you can put in your selling signal or whatever, and you can combine it. You could say, okay, I want to buy, let's look back, let's say I want to buy if it's a bullish harami and a bullish engulfing. So you set up these two and you say, okay, I want to sell it only if it's a bearish harami, or also what else, bearish engulfing, bearish harami. Yeah, you are totally free to set up your TradingViewBot however you want it. So you're really free to apply every indicator on TradingView. The TradingView will help you to send the alerts on autopilot to our TradingViewBot. We trade it for you without emotions. We trade it for you on autopilot. You don't have to take care of it. In the other videos, you will see that in our setting, you also have the option in some cases. Of course, you have in every trade the option to put in the volume and so on. But in this case, you also have the option to leverage trade. If you trade on BitMEX, Poloniex, or BitMEX Testnet, you are able to set a stop loss. So you can also set a stop loss on the trailing stop loss. This is not active now because the bot is already in use. But if we go back to our bots and I say a new trading bot, and I say I want to make a TradingView bot, I want to set up a TradingView bot, you will see that it is very easy, and we can protect you from losing a lot of money because we will set or move your stop loss on autopilot. So here you see, we could say we want to take profit, so the TradingView bot will actually close your trade if there's a 10% profit. We could say closing stop loss, we could say closing stop loss of 15% and trailing stop loss. You can even say the trigger. So if you put in like 5 here, if the level moves 5%, if the price moves 5%, then you could, our bot could activate trailing stop loss. If the price moves up another 5%, it will always move up your stop loss on autopilot for you. So it's a big chance to make the most out of your trade. Another very simple strategy, but a very interesting strategy using our TradingView bot is the RSI strategy. If you automate the RSI strategy using our TradingView bot, it's very easy to do because you simply go ahead, look at the RSI here. You can just apply, of course, the RSI indicator. So if I delete this, you just go here to indicators, type in RSI, then you will see relative strength index. You click on it, you will see it's getting applied here. I already have 3 lines, I think, is it 3 lines? Yeah, 3 lines to sell or to start a short trade and 3 lines to buy or end my short trade. So what you can do here, you can just simply click in. I will show it to you on a time frame where I didn't put any lines, then it's more clear for you. That's a 21-day chart. I'm not sure. Yeah, we don't have any data on that. Let's look on the 12-hour. We don't have any. We have on the 12-hour. What about the daily chart? We also have some on the daily charts. You see we're doing a lot of work. So let's check out the 7-day chart. We also have it on the 7-day chart, 14-day chart. We don't have it on the 14-day. Yeah, we have it, but there's not enough data, so it doesn't matter. Let me show you, like on the 30-minute, what you can do. The shorter the time frame, the more often you need to modify the signals. But let's say here, if I want to buy, if I look back and I see the RSI went down a lot to this level, or not a lot, but this would be a good buying opportunity, then you could just set up a chart. You could also put another one. You could say, okay, next time if the price moves down here after that crash, just click on the chart, say add alert, and say RSI alert. You can pick, you say, okay, if it's crossing up again from that level, I want to buy. You leave that like it is here. You say once per bar close, I would recommend that. And then you put in your alert here and just click on create. And you will see you're getting a new line here. And from this time on, our TradingView bot will automatically, every time the level goes below there, automatically start a long trade for you if you set it up, or close your short trade, or whatever you want to do. And the nice thing about that is that you can set up, as you see here, more than one line. So you can make sure that you get everything. If it moves down here, it buys 1 time. If it moves down also here, it bought 3 times already because it moved through this, it moves through that, it bought here, it bought here. You can limit the time of the buys in your setup. If I go to the bot, you can say maximum numbers of active trades for this bot is, for example, 3. So we just buy 3 times and not buy all the time if it goes up and down. So let's say we bought 3 times here. So we bought 1 time here, 1 time here, 1 time here. Then it moves up. So it sells 1 time here, and maybe that was always also going through. So it sold 2 times here. So I still have 1 open trade. It went down again, it went down again. It bought probably once more here, once more here. So we again have 3 more trades. If it goes up here, it sells. If it goes up here, it sells. If it goes up here, it sells. So we're using all the opportunities. RSI trade most of the time are set up with 1 close for 1 open. That means if, let's go back to the chart, to the RSI chart. So if I open 3 trades here, I have 3 open trades now. It will close my first trade here, my second here, my third here. I would also have the option to set this to close, 1 close for all previous positions. That would mean that if I trade on RSI, I buy 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and you can buy much more, of course, if you set the numbers of open trades to whatever. So 3 times I bought here. If my settings would have been, I want to sell all if you reach 1 selling level, then all my 3 open trades would have been sold here. So this is the beauty of our TradingView bot. It's really great. Let's look at one more indicator, the last indicator. There's so many indicators you can trade. This is a MACD level indicator you can apply. It's the same lines as we did for the RSI. So basically you can go ahead, just click right and make a new alert level here. Add an alert, copy and paste in whatever you want to do here. Copy and paste your signal, buy or sell it. And then of course make sure you modify the levels. So these levels are not very good anymore. Let's go to a different time frame. The 1 minute time frame is very, very short, as you know, and it really depends. So if we go to this time frame, you could say here, if it goes down, let's say you want to buy it here, add an alert, create. So 1 time it would buy here. Of course, you need to set up a new TradingView bot in our bot section. And then you could say, okay, I also want to buy if it goes down here. Add a new alert, modify your settings here, of course, put in your signals from our trading bot. So buy here, and you could say, okay, I want to sell here. So this would be the sell. Don't do what I do. Copy in the signals from your trading bot, of course. And you could sell up here because it went 1 time up here. And that's the way how you can do it. So it's really great and you can really do a lot with that. I delete this alerts because I don't want to confuse my testing environment. So this has been the TradingView bot setup, and I showed you 5 indicators. And remember, you can trade hundreds of indicators using our TradingView bot. I hope that was useful. Please go ahead. Don't forget to sign up for our webinar, for our next webinar. If you just click here, sign up for a free live webinar, then you will see the next date when the next webinar is coming up. We will most of the time give you a special offer in our webinars. So if you're lucky, you're getting a much better price than most of the users, and I see you in my next video. It's not opening now because I'm doing too much uploading in the background, and like I said, I hope that was useful and you enjoyed our TradingView bot setup. Remember, you can use as many indicators as you want, and I see you in the next video. Happy trading, have a nice day, bye bye.